Wait, rewind. We want to see that again. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 most rewatched teen movie moments.
On Wednesdays, we wear pink.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most iconic moments in teen movie history. Warning, there will be spoilers. Number 20, Augustus's Eulogy, The Fault in Our Stars. If you know the premise of The Fault in Our Stars, you know it wasn't destined to have a happy ending.
Like all real love stories, ours will die with us, as it should. You know, I'd kind of hoped that he'd be the one eulogizing me.
Hazel and Augustus are both battling cancer, and they each waver between severe illness and apparent health throughout the film. While for most of the story, Augustus seems like just your average teenager, his wellness begins to falter near the end, and he arranges a pre-funeral for himself when he knows that his time is almost up. It's almost impossible to watch Hazel's eulogy to him without shedding a tear.
You know, I want more numbers than I'm likely to get. And God, do I want more days for Augustus Waters than what he got.
Number 19, Feeling Infinite, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. If you read Stephen Chbosky's novel The Perks of Being a Wallflower, you probably spent a long time imagining the iconic tunnel scene.
Oh my god, what is this song?
Right? I have no idea.
Have you ever heard this before?
Never.
Patrick, we've got to go through the tunnel.
In the film adaptation, which was directed by the author, the moment takes your breath away as Patrick drives through the tunnel while Sam stands up in the bed of the pickup truck. The fact that Heroes by David Bowie is blaring only adds to the atmosphere. It's a magical moment that inevitably makes viewers think of their own adolescence and the moments where they could swear they were infinite too.
I feel infinite.
Number 18, Jamie's List, A Walk to Remember. In A Walk to Remember, Jamie is a minister's daughter who's dying of cancer, but she hides this fact from Landon, the bad boy who she ends up befriending and falling for.
Nice sweater.
Thank you.
As they get closer though, the two become inseparable, with Landon proving what a sweet and sensitive guy he can be. When he learns about her bucket list of things that she wants to complete, he helps her cross them off, including getting a tattoo and being in two places at once. Though there's no happily ever after here, at least Landon helps Jamie to accomplish one of her greatest wishes, to get married in the church where her mother said her own vows.
Love is always patient and kind. It is never jealous. Love is never boastful nor conceited.
Number 17, The Ending, A Cinderella Story. In the third act of A Cinderella Story, a betrayed Sam confronts Austin in the locker room before his big football game, in front of all his teammates.
Sam. Okay, I know that you think that I'm just some...
Coward. Phony.
Okay, just listen.
No, you listen. You turned out to be exactly who I thought you were. I never pretended to be somebody else.
She speaks her mind and lays it all on the line before going to watch from the stands. In the pivotal moment of the game, though, Austin runs off the field to chase after Sam and show her how he feels.
Austin, what are you doing?
Something I should have done a long time ago.
The fact that he does this in front of basically everyone they know makes the moment so much more impactful. Number 16, Elle wins, Legally Blonde. Despite the fact that she's been underestimated by everyone in her life, Elle manages to thrive at Harvard Law School.
Reasonable belief that your claim should have, like, evidentiary support?
And what kind of evidentiary support does this case require?
Which is pretty impressive since she only applied to be closer to the guy who dumped her. When she has a role in a major murder case, however, she uses her particular brand of skills and knowledge to piece together the facts of the case in a way only she can. Of course you can't shower after getting a perm.
Isn't it the first cardinal rule of perm maintenance that you're forbidden to wet your hair for at least 24 hours after getting a perm, at the risk of deactivating the ammonium thioglycolate?
She manages to bring her team to victory and help a sorority sister in the process. Number 15, Pocketful of Sunshine, Easy A. At the beginning of Easy A, we're introduced to our protagonist, Olive Pendergast.
Please, I'm begging you. I will pay you. Pay you.
Bree, I cannot go camping with you, okay? I'm sorry, but I have a date. Okay, I told you.
Oh, with who?
You don't know?
And neither do you, you selfish bitch.
Pretending she has plans in order to avoid camping with her best friend's family, she stays home all weekend. While there, she receives a greeting card from her grandmother that plays Natasha Bedingfield's Pocketful of Sunshine when you open it.
Ugh! Worst song ever.
And while she initially hates the song, she grows more and more fond of it as the weekend progresses, eventually belting it out while dancing along. Watching the evolution of her boredom is hilarious, and makes for a great montage that lets us get to know this quirky character right away. Number 14. Summer Nights, Grease. Almost every scene from Grease is iconic, but if we had to pick just one, we'd have to go with the performance of Summer Nights.
Summer loving happens so fast. I met a girl crazy for me. Met a boy cute as can be.
Danny and Sandy each tell their respective groups of friends their own version of what happened when they met at the beach, and it shows a comical and striking difference between which details girls want to know and the ones guys are interested in. The back and forth makes for a dynamic scene that's become one of the most memorable in the history of cinema for a reason. Number 13. The Hot Tub Kiss, To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Pretty much all of Lara Jean and Peter's love story in To All the Boys I've Loved Before is delightful to watch, but this scene has got to be the pinnacle of their romance.
Sorry I'm not a good skier. You didn't even offer to teach me.
Oh, and I'm supposed to be sweet to you after you just don't sit with me on the bus ride up here.
While on a school ski trip, their real feelings for each other are finally out in the open when they engage in a steamy makeout session in a hot tub.
There's no one like you, Cubby.
Sure, a damper gets put on things when someone films it and shares it with everyone they know, but the moment itself makes us wish for a fake boyfriend of our own. Number 12. You Look Like Hell, Heathers. When we say that Heathers is a dark comedy, we mean seriously dark.
I just killed my best friend.
And your worst enemy.
Same difference.
While many satires have been made about the high school experience, not many are as biting or brutal as this one. In this scene, protagonist Veronica walks down the school hallway covered in dirt, where she encounters one of the Heathers, Heather Duke. Heather tells her that she looks like hell, to which Veronica replies that that's where she just came from.
Veronica, you look like hell.
Yeah, I just got back.
It's a snappy comeback, and has become one of the most quotable lines from the film for good reason. Number 11. The Makeover, The Princess Diaries.
Yeah. Sure, my father was the Prince of Genovia.
You're joking. Why would I joke about something like that?
We all love a good makeover scene, and it's hard to think of one that tops this moment from The Princess Diaries. Mia Thermopolis is a dorky teen living with her single mother in San Francisco until she unexpectedly finds out that she's actually a princess. Before she can take on this regal role, however, she has to go through some accelerated finishing school training and needs a makeover in order to look the part.
So we begin, Principessa, huh? In Paolo's hands, remember. You will be beautiful.
We all know that Anne Hathaway is beautiful, but you can't help but gasp when the new Mia is revealed. Number 10. Ferris Wheel Kiss, Love, Simon. In a lot of ways, Love, Simon is reminiscent of classic movies of the genre, recalling John Hughes hits from the 80s. The major difference, though, is that our main character is gay, making this the first movie by a major studio to focus on an LGBTQ+ love story.
Hey! Morning! It's Simon! I live right here. I like your boots. Bye!
After coming out to everyone in his life, all that's left is for Simon to be reunited with the mystery guy he fell in love with online. At first, the audience is primed for disappointment as he sits on the Ferris wheel alone. But when Bram joins him and they eventually kiss, we were all cheering along with glee.
Are you disappointed that it's me? No.
Number 9. Opening scene. Bring it on. Often, dream sequences are used as something of a cheap ploy in movies, tricking the audience into thinking what they're seeing is actually happening.
I'm sexy, I'm cute, I'm popular to boot. I'm bitchin', great hair, the boys all love to stare. I'm wanted, I'm hot, I'm everything you're not.
But Bring It On opens with a cleverly written scene where we learn just about everything we need to know about Torrance Shipman through her subconscious. It certainly helps that the cheer the Toros perform in Torrance's dream is probably the catchiest and most memorable in the entire movie, giving us the real inside scoop of what cheerleaders actually think of themselves.
I'm strong and I'm loud. I'm gonna make you proud. I'm Princess Torrance. You're Captain Torrance.
Also, haven't we all had nightmares about being naked in front of the entire school? Number 8. Opening scene. Clueless.
Ugh, as if.
Clueless is considered by many to be the greatest teen movie of all time, and it ropes you in almost immediately with an epic opening montage. We see Cher living the teenage life that most can only dream of as she swans around Los Angeles with her friends. Her voiceover about her morning routine is what lets us know definitively that we're not dealing with your average suburban high school tale, as Cher walks us through how she picks out her daily outfits.
I mean, I get up, I brush my teeth, and I pick out my school clothes.
Sure, this movie is from 1995, but this computer system is something we're still lusting after decades later. Number 7. Can't Take My Eyes Off You. 10 Things I Hate About You. As far as high school romances go, it's hard to beat Kat and Patrick's from 10 Things I Hate About You.
I hate the way you're always right. I hate it when you lie. I hate it when you make me laugh. Even worse when you make me cry. I hate it when you're not around and the fact that you didn't call. But mostly I hate the way I don't hate you. Not even close. Not even a little bit. Not even at all.
It's tempting to say our most rewatched moment of this movie comes when Kat reads out her poem in class, but we have to pick Heath Ledger's performance of Can't Take My Eyes Off You. This grand gesture on the school bleachers shows that Patrick is willing to put his heart on his sleeve in the name of his love for Kat, despite the fact that he's been pretty stoic up until this point.
I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to warm the lonely night. I love you, baby.
The fact that we lost Ledger too soon makes us watch this scene with an added level of wistfulness. Number 6. The Lift. Dirty Dancing.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
We'll never be able to hear I've Had the Time of My Life and not think about this scene. By the end of Dirty Dancing, Baby has come into her own and is no longer the shy and insecure teen who we met at the beginning of the story. Her romance with Johnny has blossomed, and the two are now in a romantic partnership as well as a dance partnership. Despite her initial lack of coordination, Baby has learned how to let go and trust Johnny for the epic lift in their routine. It's a feel-good moment that makes viewers feel like they can do anything they set their minds to. Number 5. Jake Picks Up Sam. 16 Candles. Throughout 16 Candles, Sam laments the fact that her crush, Jake Ryan, basically doesn't know she exists.
Jake Ryan, he doesn't even know you exist.
Thank you, that's a very nice thing to say.
That's why this scene is the perfect fantasy fulfillment for every lonely teen out there who dreams that the one they love will end up feeling the same way. Jake shows up at the church after Sam's sister's wedding and picks Sam up, even though it's pretty much the last thing she was expecting.
You came here for me?
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
They go back to his place, where he has a birthday cake for her, and they kiss in one of the best last scenes in any teen movie. Number 4. The Fish Tank. Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet is considered to be one of the greatest love stories ever told, and Baz Luhrmann's 1996 adaptation made it appealing for a new generation.
Romeo. Oh, Romeo. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes shine in the titular roles, making their chemistry apparent from the very first moment they set eyes on one another. Lerman has them meet in a whimsical and memorable way, spying each other through a fish tank at a bustling costume party. This is love at first sight at its very finest. It's no surprise that the two are kissing soon after.
Thus from my lips by thine my sin is purged.
Number 3. Meet the Plastics, Mean Girls. When Katie finds herself at an Illinois high school after growing up in Africa, she quickly befriends Janice and Damien, who give her a rundown of North Shore High's cliques.
That one there, that's Karen Smith. She is one of the dumbest girls you will ever meet. Damien sat next to her in English last year.
She asked me how to spell orange.
And that little one, that's Gretchen Wieners.
The ones they warn her about are the Plastics, a group of 3 girls who call Regina George their queen.
And evil takes a human form in Regina George.
Katie ends up falling in with the crowd despite Janice's advice, which is how the drama of the movie kicks off. But her first meeting with them will always make us laugh. It also gave us several iconic and quotable lines.
So fetch. What is fetch?
Oh, it's like slang from England.
Number 2. No Dad, What About You? The Breakfast Club. John Hughes' teen classic, The Breakfast Club, masterfully switches between comedy and drama.
You know why guys like you knock everything?
Oh, this should be stunning.
It's because you're afraid.
Oh, God, you Richies are so smart. That's exactly why I'm not heavy in activities.
You're a big coward.
I'm in a math club.
In one of the most serious scenes from the film, the group of teens gets real about their home lives, sympathizing with one another about the varied issues that they all face. John Bender, aka the criminal, comes from an abusive home and gets heated when describing his relationship with his father.
No, Dad, what about you? You! No, Dad! What about you? You!
Bender has maintained a cool exterior for most of the film, but in this moment he breaks down and lets it all out, showing that he's just as vulnerable as the rest of them.
Believe this? Huh? It's about the size of a cigar. Do I stutter?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Opening Monologue, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Can you think of a better opening scene to a movie than this one? When Ferris Bueller's Day Off kicks off, we see our titular hero lying sick in bed. Or so we think.
We love you, sweetie.
Call if you need us.
They bought it.
We quickly learn that he's conning his parents and goes on to explain his life philosophy in a few short minutes as he gets ready for his day out on the town. It's funny, it's ingenious, and it inspired a whole generation of teens to get creative with how they fake sick. No matter how many times we see it, this intro always makes us laugh.
It's a little childish and stupid, but then so is high school. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.